Hello again, fellow friends, and welcome back to this, another trailer reaction video with your boy Harperlarp. And George. He's also here. Sat with his face right next to that blue light, and that light is bright AF. Maybe he likes it because there's some warmth coming off it. Who knows? So, I guess that was a bit loud. Okay, so that's done. Yep. Now this is done. Yep. Now if I close this, then I hit that. It should have worked, but I have to check, because if I don't, it'll be a lot of editing. There we go, it worked. Excellent, because I'm done with not checking that, because every time I don't check it, it costs me a lot of time. So, quick, I don't know, update? Quick story. I fucking love Resident Evil 2 and 3 and 4. Story over. No, I liked Resident Evil 1, it was okay. 2 was like, awesome! In fact, 2 was my introduction to the series. Then 3 was like, oh, it's even better than 2! I wasn't so sure for a long time, but now I think it is. And then 4 was like, oh my god, this is the greatest Resident Evil of all time! And then 5 was like, it's pretty good, but definitely a step back from Resident Evil 4. And then 6, didn't play it. I played about 5 minutes of Mercenaries mode with a friend, because we always used to do Mercenaries on Resident Evil 5. Played 5 minutes of Mercenaries on Resident Evil 6, just felt like the way the characters moved and everything, and I was like, no, this is bad. Also, he said it was bad. My mate, of course, who played it. So 6 just kind of doesn't really exist to me. But, I bought the remake of Resident Evil 1. I still haven't completed it. One day I'll get around to it. I don't have the remake of Resident Evil 2. I will. But I don't, okay? And from what I saw, it looked very good. It sounded very good. I learned that Tyrant in that game is called Mr. X, because I never once knew that when I was a kid. Never once, in all the PlayStation magazines I had, never once did anyone ever call him Mr. X. To me, he was just Tyrant. There was Tyrant in Resident Evil 1, Tyrant in Resident Evil 2, and then Nemesis in Resident Evil 3. And then when Resident Evil 2 Remake came out, everyone was going, oh, look, it's Mr. X. And I was like, who's this Mr. X? What a lame name. And then I realized that is his name, and he is a Tyrant, and Nemesis is also a Tyrant. So I'll have to call him Mr. X then, because, you know, that's correct. But anyway, I never thought he was that scary in Resident Evil 2. And I think he's even less, well, I can't say he's even less scary in Resident Evil 2 Remake, because I haven't played it. But I don't like the way they gave him a hat. It looks dumb. But Resident Evil 3, someone leaked the images, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and now the trailer is here. I think Jill, just based on the first couple of images I've seen so far, I think Jill looks fine. I think Carlos looks fine. I think Nemesis looks fine. I didn't even notice the nose, the nose at first. It was the second picture that's like a sort of three-quarter angle, where you can see the nose, and I was like, that's weird. He never had a nose. But I actually like it, because, what did I do? I saw Maximilian Dude's reaction to those images, and he made a good point, and I was like, yeah, I agree with that. The old design of Nemesis, I never found him scary. More scary than Mr. X, of course. Because Mr. X was just like a wide guy in a trench coat. But Nemesis, it looked like a hodgepodge of body parts stapled together, like Frankenstein's monster. Which is kind of scary, okay? Calm down, George. Kind of scary and a little bit horrifying, but nowhere near as horrifying as thinking, like, to look at Nemesis and go, oh, that was probably once a human. That was probably a guy, and it looks like that now. It looks like it was at some point a guy and it got mutated, which I think is what it's meant to be anyway, so win-win. From a design standpoint, that's enough of that. Let's watch this trailer that I have not seen yet, and I'm looking forward to it. I need to get Resident Evil 2 Remake first. But this is the State of Play announcement trailer for Resident Evil 3 Remake. Let's go!
Seen anything like it. I haven't been able to sleep this midnight. You gotta stay strong. Okay? Don't give in to fear out there, right?
How did this
happen? Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
Send reinforcements. No.
I haven't played Resident Evil 3 in, it's got to be in well over 10 years. So I'm not immediately recognizing a lot of these places. That looked like Leon. Oh, I get what they're doing. That was Resident Evil 2. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, maybe they're going to change the times, but I'm pretty sure Resident Evil 3 took place over the span of 24 hours before Resident Evil 2, all the way to 24 hours after Resident Evil 2. I believe that was the time frame. Oh look, PT. Oh, don't fall over. What is this, some sort of horror film? See, if they hadn't said this was Resident Evil 3, I would think this is Resident Evil 7.2 or 0.5. Maybe even Resident Evil 8. Oh no, jump scare. Man, I really hope it's not 3 minutes of this first person jankiness. So yeah, it's definitely Jill.
Jill, over here!
Was that Brad? Yeah, I think it was Brad.
What the hell? How could this many people be infected?
The rats!
The city is completely cut off.
Is that Nikolai?
Don't look at me like that, alright? I'm not infected.
I can't remember who you are!
Right now,
There's
I've got
Brad.
hard on for the only 2 stars left in town.
They don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
Oh, that's... Wait, hang on. Okay, Sergei, Nikolai, I can't remember which is which.
Star's office has to be in this direction.
Okay. Yeah, Nikolai, I think, is the short-haired old guy we just saw. Sergei must be the other one with the beard.
They don't want the world to know what they've done.
Oh, my head.
That was...
umbrella. Get in!
That was Otacon.
Can't stop them all!
You gotta get out of there!
You guys are the ones who caused all of this!
No, wait!
Oh, come on.
This is gonna be so fucking awesome.
We've got to be dreaming.
This is gonna be awesome, mate, because Resident Evil 3 was so good. And I'm remembering how good it was. Like, I've known for years it was awesome. But now I'm remembering how fucking awesome it was.
Honesty, integrity, these are the core values that
Oh, look,
create
it's
the
Nemesis,
foundation
baby.
For Umbrella Corp.
Codename Nemesis. April 3, because they made 2 sequels to April. Oh, they must mean the 3rd of April. Okay, of course. I thought I was going to see more... Oh, Resident Evil... I thought I was... Oh! Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I've got to pre-order it then. I simply have to pre-order. So they didn't really show Nemesis. Pretty lame. But... there's a lot to feast your eyes on. I mean, first... Okay. I did think at the beginning, you know... So you've got this clock. And then you move along here. And you've got what I thought was some sort of Resident Evil 2 setting. And every time they showed a shot like this, I thought, is that Resident Evil 2? This is Raccoon Police Department. But don't you go there in Resident Evil 3? You do. And I was like, I saw this and I was like, is that Resident Evil 2? And I kept seeing Mr. X and I was like, come on. Where did that silhouette... Yeah, this person here. Oh, we're not going to get a good look. There was someone that looked like Leon. And then there was... Yeah, Leon. And then there was also Mr. X. And I was like, this is Resident Evil 2 stuff, isn't it? But then, boom! Resident Evil 3. Just keep skipping forward. Yep, keep skipping. Yeah, this whole PT section right here. I wonder why they decided to do all that in first person. Maybe they're... Are they hinting at a VR mode? They wouldn't dare, would they? They wouldn't dare put Resident Evil 3 Remake in VR. They wouldn't dare. But that did very much make me think of Resident Evil 7. And I haven't played Resident Evil 7 in flat mode. I should one day. I should play... Because I got about halfway through it and then just stopped. So I should start again. In flat. Play through the whole game. And then go through it again in VR. Once I know what I'm doing. But yeah, I would... Oh, mate. If this game was in VR, it would be okay. It would be good if it was a mode. I don't want Resident Evil 3 purely VR. And I don't expect it to be. But I wouldn't want that. Because Resident Evil's great in VR. It really is. Especially since you use the controller and not the move controllers. Because the reason why that's awesome is because with the move controllers, you've got to be facing the camera. Otherwise, it can't see the move controller. So you can't properly turn around. You can go like halfway and then you've got to like turn the character around or whatever. With Resident Evil VR 7, it was all done on this. And the camera doesn't need to see this because there's no motion control involved. So you can just keep turning around and leaning around. Like, it's so much more movement compared to using the moves. I felt less restricted. So that would be good if they added it as a mode. I don't expect it to, because that would be a lot of work just to add one extra mode to the game that not a huge portion of the player base can make use of. Then again, they did it for Resident Evil 7, so wouldn't put it past them. So who is this? Is that Nemesis? I don't know if that's meant to be Nemesis. I assume it is. Because I can't... I'm having trouble remembering how Resident Evil 3 starts. I'm sorry. Did I... Well, you can't stay there, because there's a phone, 2 controllers, and a light, mate. So now what are you going to do? You're going to come back over here, aren't you? Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, Resident Evil 3, how did it start? Oh, I don't remember. Start off with some text, I think it always does. It's like, that was when our nightmare was just... beginning. That was me pressing a button. I couldn't reach the controller. Yeah, so this looks very good so far. Get rid of this first-person bullcrap. Doesn't really show much. So there's Jill. Yep, looks like Jill, I guess. I know there's people that are like, it doesn't really look like Jill, but if you... to those people, I say, did you see Resident Evil 3 on the PS1? They barely had facial features back then. I mean, it was like one step up from Metal Gear Solid 1, where they didn't really have facial features. It was just a pixelated mess. But yeah, their mouths didn't move, their fingers didn't come apart like that. They were like this, and instead of their mouth moving or showing any emotion, their head would just bob like this in time with the dialogue. So, yeah, whatever. She looks like... Yeah, she looks like that blurry, pixelated mess from 1999? She looks good. And... what do you want, George? What do you want, dude? You can't go over there. There's no room. And you can't go there because there's the... Okay, fine. Fine. I will move my stuff. You're interrupting this video, George. That's fine, though, because the people love you. Did you just move my camera? Oh, are you trying to get down? Are you trying to go? Go on. Go on. Oh, for the love of God. Hup. Hup. Go. Oh my God. Okay. He doesn't want to leave then. He's just bullshitting me. God damn you, George. Now everything's all messed up. I don't even know if the camera... Oh, it's probably... Now I have to check, look. Starting to get on my nerves, George. Go! He's like, I didn't want to go when you made room for me. I wanted to wait until there was no room. So, while I'm doing this... Bosh? No. Bosh? Bosh? It is this one. It is this one. Okay, I went through all the scenes, turning that automatic intro play off. And it automatically turned it back on. So, Jill, looking like Jill. Haven't got a problem with that. See, I see that, and I'm like... I'm like, that looks familiar. Oh, wait, that could be anywhere in the beginning part of Resident Evil 2 or 3. I'm sure... Is there a gun shop somewhere where you can kill a guy... where a shop owner gets eaten by zombies and you can get a shotgun right at the beginning of the game? In Resident Evil 2, of course. Okay, yep. Zombies at the fence. Yep, we've all seen zombies at the fence before. This guy. Now, yes, because there was 3 of them, wasn't there? There was Carlos, obviously. The young, handsome, good guy. And then there was Sergei and Nikolai. And something tells me Nikolai was the leader. Yes. When I saw this guy, I thought he was Nikolai. Because I forgot all about him until this video. I remembered Carlos, forgot that he had a squad of 2 other guys. And I'm pretty sure they were called Sergei and Nikolai. And I think that's Sergei. Because I believe... I thought it was Nikolai when I first saw this trailer. But later on, you see someone that I think is Nikolai.
Completely cut off, isolated.
Completely cut off, isolated.
Don't look at me like that, alright? I'm not infected.
Who is that? I don't know who that is. I don't remember that much of the story. I don't remember many of the other characters. I don't know who that is. Brad Vickers, of course. If you don't know who Brad Vickers is, get out! He's the super zombie. I think it's so cool the way they tied it together, because in Resident Evil 2, if you wanted to get the secret costumes for Leon and Claire, you had to make it to the police station at the beginning, having picked up no items on the way there. And then you go down to the bottom area, down some stairs, which seemed like a randomly pointless area when you first go there. But if you get there having picked up no items, Brad Vickers is there, tactical yellow vest and all, and he's a super zombie. He takes like 20 shots or something like that with a pistol to put down. Well, in Resident Evil 3... Is this spoilers? Not really, because you know he turns into a super zombie. They gave that information away in the previous... Actually, that's a point. Is Brad Vickers in Resident Evil 2 Remake? I don't know. Anyway, I think he was the helicopter pilot from the first game. The one that fucked off and left everyone at the mansion? I think that's him. I'm not sure. But the point is, it's right at the very beginning of Resident Evil 3. Because, as I said earlier, Resident Evil 3 was set just before Resident Evil 2, and it ended just after Resident Evil 2. And so you see how Brad Vickers became the super zombie. And this is obviously him before he's super zombified.
Right now it's got a hard-on for the only 2 stars left in town.
Alright, yeah, so that's... Right, so that's probably shortly after they've met. And he must be talking about Nemesis, because he's talking about it having a hard-on for STARS members. And as we all know, Nemesis only cares about STARS members. I think that's Nikolai, because he's got the short grey hair, and that looked like Nikolai in the first game.
We don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the...
Yeah, we don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way. Okay, yeah.
What?
Yep, so he's Nikolai. Guaranteed. Who was that, though?
You like that? All right, I'm not uninfected.
I'm not unaffected!
Right now it's got a hard-on for the only
I
2
forgot, it
stars
goes back
left
10
in
seconds
town.
every time I press that
We don't
button.
need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
Fucking hell, man, pressing the wrong... Who is that? Ah, a member of Umbrella. That's all I can tell. And then, of course, there's Carlos, who is also from Umbrella.
STAR's office has to be in this direction.
You don't want to go to STAR's office? That's where Nemesis is waiting for you.
They don't want the world to know what they've done.
Yeah, that guy. I've seen the guy's name. So, is it Pat Zimmerman? Or was he Revolver Ocelot? Oh, it's not Pat Zimmerman. What's the guy's name? I know it. Anyway, that sounds like Otacon from Metal Gear Solid. Hold up, Snake! Take a picture of Metal Gear!
Want the world to know what they've done.
I am certain that that's... that guy! I can't remember his name.
Oh, my head.
What's wrong with Umbrella?
I can't
He's like, what's wrong with Umbrella? You must be new.
stop them all.
You gotta get out of there!
You guys are the ones who caused all of.
Man, that pistol sure did sound like a pea shooter.
No, wait!
Oh, come on.
I really like it in games where guns actually sound loud as fuck and beefy. It's awesome. I don't like it when you just got a gun and it's like... like it used to be in the old games. Boom ting! Okay.
We've got to be dreaming.
Oh no, scary nightmare scene! Resident Evil 3. Codename Nemesis. Rawr. Okay. So yeah, this is them going, we've made a Nemesis! Wow, what does it say? Codename Nemesis. Lot. None. What does that mean? I guess that means where it's going. It's going nowhere. It's a cartridge for bioweapon. They straight up say it. Codename Nemesis. April 3, 2020. Yeah, so, okay, Resident Evil 3. Looks awesome. They didn't really show much, but it's Resident Evil 3. I mean, we all saw Resident Evil 2 Remake and how awesome it was, based on what everyone says. I deliberately haven't seen much of Resident Evil 2 Remake because I know I'm going to get it, so I don't need to see reviews or anything or people playing it, keeping it all fresh. And we saw Resident Evil 2, and by all accounts it was awesome. So this is just going to be Resident Evil 3, but awesome, well, more awesome. So here we go. Resident Evil 3 also includes the online game Resident Evil Resistance. Is Resident Evil Resistance not... is that not a game that's already out, but it's garbage? As is, I want to say, every Resident Evil game that isn't a mainline numbered thing. Anything that's not Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 7 is pure garbage, is it not? Pretty sure they are. Yes, so every time they stray away from the tried and true formula, it's not good. And of course, I can't wait to play as these disposable cutouts. That I've seen people play that game. It didn't impress me. It just looked not great, which is probably why they're giving it away for free with an actual good game. And this look, get the Resident Evil 3 Classic Pack. So that's obviously, see, when I think Resident Evil 3, that's the image I think of Jill wearing that. I was gonna say, why didn't they make her wear that? And then I realized, to use as a pre-order bonus so people can pre-order it. Because no one would pre-order it for a new skin that they don't want. They're like, hey, you want that old shit? Come here. And I guess that's Carlos in the back. I don't recall him... I thought he had black hair in the original, but I guess not. So yeah, Jill and Carlos. I guess I'll pre-order it because I want that Jill skin. It would look weird playing Resident Evil 3 and not being that Jill skin. And there's nothing else. Okay, so there's that. Resident Evil 3 looks awesome. What do you guys think? Did you guys play Resident Evil 2? Did you guys think George jumping across was funny or annoying? Let me know. And I'll buy this game. Don't know when. I still need to buy Spider-Man and Horizon Zero Dawn and so many games to buy. So many games to play! I'm nearly at the end of Death Stranding, though, so there's that. Anyway, now I'm just rambling about stuff that's 100% unrelated, so I'm going to say peace. And I'm going to let George out, because he clearly wants to go out Grease.